Hello, we are back again doing part 2 of our 10-year anniversary and birthday video. We've just gone through 5 songs over at part 1 and now we are going to finish off the next 5 songs for our 10-year anniversary, reviewing 10 songs as we have done on the channel. Alright, so last we left off, we are up to Moonshine 2022. So this is where I have updated the vocals. Now, we're going to listen to the 2022 and then I've pinned the original Moonshine, and I would like to do a little bit, if I can, do a little bit of a comparison on the vocals. So Moonshine is probably the most important song because if I did not make this song, I would not have a channel. So I was playing around. It's just, I would like to do a full band version in the future. I've just not figured out how that's going to work yet. So I just had vocals and chords and ukulele. I showed my best friend. She said, you should do your own thing, not wait on all these other people. And I was like, oh, I'm not sure, but cool, thanks. And then I showed my band's friends. And then she was like, yeah, you should do your own thing. And I thought, okay, well, 2 of my best friends saying I should do this on my own. So let's do it. Yeah, so let's have a watch. So my partner helped me with the videoing for this. So he just, yeah. Okay, so the lights on the jetty are actually what's giving me the moonshine on the water. And I thought that's as good as I can get. The camera quality is not the best because we shot all of this at night. And I think my iPod at the time had a little bit of, like, you know, the torch on the camera. It's very dark. You get what you got. So, but the lights on the jetty worked really well for me, which was great. And the moon was high. I kept, what was it? I kept checking moon and clouds because I needed a full moon as much as possible. And then I was like, crap, it's tiny. We made it work. We had to go back twice to this beach because the moon wasn't high enough when we first went out. So this is like 10 o'clock or something at night that we went back to it. And I like the build and slowly gradual volume of it. Okay, so fun fact. Okay, so this song is almost kind of like a love song to both my friend, who I'm unfortunately no longer friends with, and also the Spine from Steam Power Giraffe. Like, if you listen to the chorus, I'm singing about the Spine. I'm relating him to the moon and shit. And nah, it's I think it's pretty funny. Like, yeah, I was simping over the Spine back in the day when I first got into Steam Power Giraffe. Like, yeah, he was a beautiful robot. And I think it's, so this verse is a reference to my old friend. She really enjoyed going out to the beach, and she had a beach song as well. Yeah, the chorus is like a Spine love song sort of thing, and then the rest of it I just, yeah, was just putting words together. And then I was really annoyed because when I was redoing the vocals, very depressed, very lonely, and I'm going through all this, and I was just really made me realize how many songs I had that were just about give me friendship, I'm so lonely, and I was like, this isn't what I need right now. Redoing the lyrics of a song, just being like, be my friend and let's hang out and stuff, and like, I want you here with me, and then in real life feeling so lonely, like no one wanted to hang out with me. And yeah, it was a trip. I think I didn't like this close up when I did it, and then I think I didn't like some other backing vocals that I did in the first one, and I took them out here, but then there is this second backing, but there were other there were other backing vocals and lyrics that I just took out because I thought, you know what, I actually don't like this, so I'm just gonna get rid of it. I appreciate what I was trying to do, but I don't like it anymore. Yeah, and then sitting down on the sand, that was like just before we left, and I was like, look, there's a little bit of light from the jetty, let's just sit down. Sit down and then I can cut to a couple of pieces. So that was pretty good. Lots of different angles, playing around. This wasn't the beach. Oh yeah, and you can just see the lights on the jetty and it's not actually the moonlight. But I worked with what I had. Yeah, the original one as well. On this bit, I had waves crashing sound as well. But because that was on the video when I re-recorded it, so I basically I think I screen recorded this from YouTube, and so I had the wave sounds, but then when I updated the vocals I just slapped the new recording and the new music over the top. So then I was like, oh damn, I've lost the wave sound. But we had it at the beginning, we had it at the end. That'll do. So now I've got the original version up, and just the little bits that I heard just then. Wow, I don't know if it was something to do with the way I've edited the vocals at all. Like, it just doesn't sound as hollow in the new one. So let's have a listen. So quiet and so hollow. Yeah, I didn't enjoy those backing vocals. It's a little hard to say something that I can't replace, and maybe someday we... Yeah, so that was, I don't know, that just seemed not as full as this one. So this is a 2022 vocal update. The vocals are just so much stronger and full. I think I worked on making sure that the backing vocals are a lower volume than the main vocals. And maybe someday we can find ourselves on top of a hill. It just sounds so much nicer. All I've done is re-record the vocals like X amount of years after, and it just sounds so much better. Huh. I think it might have something to do with, I think I have improved my vocals, but also I think I've started adding just the tiniest bit of echo onto my audio tracks now. So before I just sort of played it, I got rid of the, what's the word? Like any of the noise in the background, and now I've got just the tiniest echo on everything, and it just makes it feel so much fuller. Even the instruments on the old one, it just sounded so hollow. My goodness. All right, let's keep going. I'm very happy to have noticed that. I don't think, maybe we won't do a comparison of the old and the new ones for Monster Equals Evil and Make a Tree, because I think that's enough. We heard it in Moonshine. But okay. Now we've got the next ones on my list is Whatever Someone Has It Worse. So I'm counting parts 1 and 2 as the same, okay? So, what have we got? Okay, so here is the first one. So I did this song when I had started going back to therapy. I think it was 2020. I think after I went back to therapy at the end, that was really me thinking about what am I doing with myself. And then like just after this, then I changed my name And I didn't like the therapy session I had because I didn't want to admit everything that was wrong and everything that I couldn't change, and all the things that needed to be changed weren't up to me, and I'm still stuck and I can't do anything about it, and I'm trying my hardest but it's still not good enough, which is still relevant today, you know. I'm not still at my mum's house because I choose to be. So, and some of the things in here is the reason why I can't get out, and that's life at the moment. And I'm very pessimistic as to whether or not my partner and I can ever move out of my mum's place. So, I mean, we have a roof over our heads. We have a house. We are not the worst off. Do have to be grateful the fact that I have a house. But I would rather not be in this one. Anyway, so whatever someone has it worse is basically just like, look, these are my problems, but but when I bring it up, people brush me to the side of being like, well, yeah, someone has it worse. Like, yeah, I don't like that I'm at my mum's, but some people have it worse because they don't have a house. Like, yeah. Anyway, but this one, yeah. And then I also performed this to my therapist as well.
I'd like to make a complaint.
I tried doing some Vogue subtitles on my videos. I tried doing subtitles on my videos, but the subtitles just take so much time. I'm one person fam. Like, I don't have the time to put the subtitles on. It's like half an hour of time is of spending on working on subtitles is only 5 minutes of subtitles, and I'm gonna do that from the beginning because I want to look at it more. But yeah, I tried to be very particular with my wording to try and say the most with the least amount of words. These chords were actually pretty tricky. It took me a while to figure it out. I have, yeah, working myself to the bone to burn out, but still, oh, you're not working enough. So, yeah, and that's still something I struggle with. I'm not working enough hours to make anything worthwhile, but I'm still working as much as I can physically manage. Yeah, I can't even afford to get a rental now. I just don't earn enough money, and I don't know what to do about that when I get high. Yeah.
I hate to admit my failures, but I'll keep going and I'll keep trying because
I was like, oh, why am I going to keep going? We'll just ignore that. Yeah. Yeah, I get high hourly pay, but I still don't do enough hours to make it worth anything. It had been, coming home from work, I had a very exhausting job. I was not getting breaks, but I still had a job.
Do music projects, I just don't have the time.
I had to change to music projects as opposed to Steven Sticks because I was changing their name.
I get the same
and I was working on Songbird around that time when I did this.
I hate to admit my failures, but I'll keep going and I'll keep trying because.
And I was like, oh, I'm gonna say something, but no,
there's nothing.
Yeah. And then this verse, I wanted to try and go positive and hopeful. Yeah, it's like, do I just have to get used to this? Is it just, because it's new that it's so hard, or or is this my limit? Like, and then I was like, oh, this is getting way too negative. Let's give each other a break. Let's not be so, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. Like, we're trying, man, we're trying.
I get the same response whenever someone has it worse, and therapy's not helping me. I hate to admit my failures, but I'll keep going and I'll keep trying. La da 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 da.
I thought I was very clever with that because I was like, yeah, I'll just la da 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 da, like it's fine, like, you know, we'll get
Happy
through it.
2020, I guess.
Yeah, so that was at the end of the year. Yeah, but that was pretty good, and my therapist was really happy because yeah, I think there was one point where I asked like, can I go on medication, because I just wanted to make everything numb. I didn't want to feel, I didn't want to do anything. I just wanted everything to go away, and I just hoped that a pill would make that happen. It would fix me. And then she was very hesitant about that because it's like, I get what you mean, but you are going to lose yourself, and I don't think you have anything to gain by going on medication. Yeah, so I do like the contrast of this, of being planned, thought out, and then let's go to Someone Has It Worse Part 2. And I swear in this one, my goodness. Yeah, so this one was done at 3 in the morning. I then recorded it at about maybe 9 in the morning that very next day. I was making some cupcakes at 3 in the morning because I couldn't sleep, because I was anxious, I was stressed, so I made cupcakes. And while I was waiting for that, I put the lyrics down hurriedly on a piece of paper, and then I was practicing the chords again. And it shows, I really love that it shows that I'm an absolute wreck in this one. I really like that because, like, this is mental health, baby. Like, look how tired I am.
Hear a complaint.
Yeah, look how tired I am. And again, like, I'm very fucking lonely right here.
You see, it's not like I'm not trying to distract myself. It's more like I'm so tired distracting myself from myself.
I'm tired of being by myself and figuring out what I'm supposed to be doing, sort of thing. It's like, oh, you need to learn how to, like, spend time with yourself if no one's going to hang out with you. I'm sick of hanging out with myself. I need someone else to hang out with.
Socialize, see friends, go out, go mingle, have fun. Can't you see that it's hard? Can't take one more cancellation.
And then I was just feeling a lot of rejection of people having to cancel just because life happens, and it was just, it felt like everyone was doing that, and I'm like, I can't take this actually. Yeah, and I was like, there's no point going back to therapy for this because I'm just lonely. Like, therapy can't help me if I'm lonely. I need to somehow still try seeing other people. And I had to plan everything as well, like, and I was like, we don't, with my partner as well, we were going through shit there, and Carl, my friend, and I'm like, we don't do anything unless I tell you we're doing something. And I was just getting like, you have to tell me that you want to do something with me to make me feel like you want to spend time with me. Like, come on. I must demand it as well. I have to tell you, I want to cuddle. I want to do this. I want to do, and I was like, can you tell me that you want these things too? Because otherwise, I don't know. Like, there's this. If you're not coming to me because you want these same things, what are we doing? Like, yeah. That was a big year for us. There was a lot of issues for us internally.
Please understand that I know you can't do more than you are.
And then again, they were like, they had issues and things. Yeah. It's like, well, I can't pick up the slack just because you can't do these things. Like, I need you to do something. And yeah, and as opposed to solo where I pushed everything out the way, just all of this crap.
And I'll keep trying. Cause I'm too scared of the alternative.
I put lyrics on the end of this one because when I was doing that, I was like, no, I have to keep going or I might end it. Like, that's the point I was making. I was like, if this doesn't get better, it's like, it's going to end, and I'm scared for how I'm gonna end it. And then I think however many years ago it was, when Robin Williams died. I heard about that, and it was the date of like on my birthday. And you know what I thought about when I heard that? I was like, huh, I wonder how long I'm gonna last. I wonder what's gonna push me to do that too. The thoughts haven't gotten to me yet, so I guess I'm still doing something right. Not everyone is so lucky. All right, let's find something a little bit happier, shall we? Not actually happy though. No, we don't want to do that one. That one was a kind of look, that bit was pretty funny. You know what? Let's do it. So I got into a thing with this guy, completely wrong guy to be with. I hightailed it out of there after 2 weeks. And then I was like, hey, maybe all this relationship stuff isn't actually that great. And maybe I'm going to be okay because I've got shit to do as well. And then, yeah, that bit just then, let's just see what happens. I hit record on Audacity because I did the vocals again. And just before it goes, and I just caught myself being like, let's just see what happens. Let's see if it... Yeah. No, sorry, I'll stop talking over it. Let's just see what happens. And I was like, yeah, let's see how this goes, because I think this was maybe one of the first vocal updates that I did. And then I had another friend record this for me. I need to be someone's girlfriend to be happy. And then I was a little bit annoyed at myself of doing like a breakup song, but then yeah, at this point I was like, I've got too much shit to deal with and things to entertain myself with. I don't need some guy who ain't worth shit. This was so fun to go through all of the instruments, and then the violin. I was like, oh yeah, I'm not going on to that. We're gonna ignore that. Yeah. No, this one was fun. It's
really hard, and this is not my best. But I don't need to be someone's girlfriend to be.
Yeah, and I was like, I'm gonna do parkour over the tree. And then there was something else that I tried doing, but it wasn't working out, and so oh man, this one was actually really fun. It was super fun.
Leave the door shut. Be quiet.
Okay, so this song was a bit more when I still lived at home downstairs. And so I would leave the door shut. So my old bedroom, we made a room in the garage. And so I would leave the door shut when I was practicing or recording, and then other people would just come in, do what they needed to do in the garage, and I'd be like, I'm recording, and yeah, I'm just like, leave the door shut. So yeah, and then I didn't really have that option when my band room was so open, but again, we had a Halloween / housewarming party when we first moved in, and then of the signs, Carl was like, stuck that on my door at the end. It's like, and that stayed. Like, I had a warning, watch for werewolves and beware of dog sign on my bedroom doors for like ages. It was fun. Wow, I'm glad I watched that. That was such a fun little bit. Yeah, I love that one now. All right, what else have we got? Oh yeah, that's my Viva La Dirt League video when I met them at PAX. My birthday video. That's a good bit. There were such awesome photos of Saya back in the early days. Yeah. And then, okay, lovely. Monster Equals Evil. Let's do this one. All right, let's get into Monster Equals Evil. So yeah, when I started getting ready to do this song and put it together, I thought, wouldn't it be great if I had a monster to actually do? So I thought it would be fun to have it as if Monster Equals Evil, this section, continued on from Soldier On. So what I would like to do is combine Soldier On and Monster Equals Evil, and then in this section have them fading from the Soldier On video clip into this, and I would like to combine them together. In theory, it's easy for me to do. Oh man, this dress was so tight back in the day. Like, I had to be really careful, especially coming up here. Like, it was, yeah, needed to, we saw the video update as we went through. Like, I needed to add some more floofiness and layers to it. Also, I felt that this dress was just a little bit too modern, and I want Nesta's look to be very, like, medieval fairy kind of vibes. I'm very happy with how I did this video because obviously Luess can't move, so this is my attempt at stop motion for this video. And yeah, and so I've got a little bit of that film filter over it, and so I was just slowly playing my music and then just taking screenshots of that, and yeah, that's how I did the video. Yeah, my brother helped me video for all of the outside stuff, so I felt a little bit orkies because then I had to do the thing with him, and just, I don't know, it's kind of like, oh, what do I do here? Oh, I'm gonna do these things. Like, oh, it feels a bit silly, but my brother helped me. He was a champ, pointed the camera where I asked him to, and yeah.
But that's fine with me.
Yeah, so then it was tricky to figure out what kind of stills did I want, and especially for the instruments. Once I had like the set photo of it, and then I just repeated the instruments. Yeah. So when I've mentioned a couple of things and like the dark outside, in Tanunda I now have a place called that is like a forest and cliff. It's called the Outside. Like, that's what the woods or the forest there is called. And so I picture Nesta's village or town very isolated, and they're like in between, like they've got a nice area, but then you have to go through the outside, which there is a lot of monsters in that area. And this was pretty fun. Like, I'm really happy with how this goes. So Nesta gets lost. Luess, this weird creature, comes up and leads her back home. And then she brings it home, and everyone's like, no, we're not having this monster be here. Like, no, what are you talking about? And she's like, okay, cool, I'ma leave. I'ma go and hang out with my monster friend. And then that kind of, because she's now with Luess, I do have bits and pieces of stories of how all the wagon ladies come together and how their different factions interact. So Ruthless is actually part of a mob, and she has been assigned to get this creature, this monster that is around, but then she has reasons that makes her take pity on Nesta, and then she kind of leaves and starts protecting Nesta, and they have to figure out what are they actually doing. Yeah. And I like this bit because it's kind of like, oh yeah, we're running through the forest, and then a big cuddle at the end. Yeah. So it's kind of interesting how I've written some songs and it's like, okay, this is what's happening, and now I'm like, okay, now that I've done some world building, how and where do I put them and make them make sense? And he's such a big boy. Yeah, in my original video, and I've also got a behind the scenes of how Luess was made. Plush Art Studio, an American company. This lady just does the most realistic pet toy thing or whatever, plushie thing, and yeah, $1,400 well spent. Yeah, after everything, like she made him like perfect to my designs. Like, cannot recommend enough if you want to get something really super duper funky. Was there something else I was gonna say? I don't know. Let's not dwell on it. Next one. Yeah. Oh yeah, that was okay. Okay, this is gonna be quick. Let's watch another thing. Like I'm sorry, fam. Like you're gonna have to deal with it. Like I love Viva. I love him so much. Like you can't see it, but like just on top of um my frame, I've got the Azarin poster. Not poster, but map. So I funded their Kickstarter to get their studio. The map was one of my extras for my rewards for all of that. Very upset and disappointed that it came after PAX, because I would have loved to get them all to sign the corners. That would have been really cool. I just supported them again on their Viva Rivals game. Yeah, super duper keen for that. Yeah, of course I got Viva Plus as well. So yeah, I'm very a very big simp for Viva, if that's the right word. But yeah, I had to do this because they called me out. So yeah, and so I had to this was a little bit delayed from when I actually saw it. It was a little bit of a recreation, but you'll see.
That's just Dingo. Oh hey, that shit's Dingo. I'm not even joking, this is real merch. And if you want to be one of the first people to jump on the bandwagon of that shit's
And I was
Dingo,
like, that's
then
my name.
BLDL.shop. I'm not even, this is real merch. It's some of the
I was like,
coolest
why
merch
would he say
we've ever
that?
made.
Like-
The very limited stock, so get it now. Look, check this out. It's real.
I just thought it would be funny. Yeah, this is me being silly. Have fun with your life, fam. Like, you've only got one, and you don't know how long it's gonna last. I love it. Oh, and I redid my very first cosplay. That was pretty cool. I think we had some other videos. It took me ages to finish off the last of the editing of the videos for this. And like, this is where I think I was having the issues, because doing step by step sewing videos, it just got so long, and it's just so much to edit as well. And again, there's a fear of, well, no one's going to watch this, it's too long. But then I had the most lovely comment from someone on my Arrow video, and yeah, like, you can worry all you like about people not watching the videos, but if you do really enjoy a video, please comment. It's, especially if there's not many views or whatever on someone's video, like, it's like, from my experience, it's gonna make that person feel really nice if you say that you like their video. But yeah, so that, yeah, I had one picture of my very first cosplay, which was Kagome from Inuyasha. And then I decided, well, I can sew now. My mum made that the night before AvCon. And I had been asking her for months to do it before. She did it the night before. It kind of ruined a little bit of the fun I had for it, because now I'm like, cool, you've kept me up for an extra 2 or 3 hours to put this together. I'm not excited about this anymore. And I just remember being a bit frumpy and a little bit overwhelmed on that day, because I'd never been to a con like that before. So then I spent months a bit following a pattern and making that outfit myself. And because I do archery now and I have a red bow, I was like, okay, cool, I'm going to shoot on a quiet day of archery. And then I did that, and yeah, that was really lovely. There was one other person that I was shooting with, and then I was doing 18 meters, and then he's like, oh, did you want to shuffle down and do the 25 meter to get even more? He was, yeah, he was lovely. I love shooting with him. Yeah. But yeah, it was good. It was good. And then, oh, now, technically I don't have any more spots on my list, because we've got 1, 2, hang on, that one's been done. Oh, look at that. We've only got 2 more to go. I was very tempted about adding Crystal Capers just because I did an awesome picture for it. But yeah, I don't think I want to have a listen to it. I did do the Tones and I Bad Child cover, but with drums. I wanted to make a series of it because I also had the thought of doing Loneliest Girl from Carol and Tuesday. Man, I loved Carol so much. I think I made Carol's orange and yellow skivvy in Animal Crossing, and I got her keyboard in there, and I was like, hell yeah. But anyway, yeah, so I just had the idea of songs that don't have very much drums or drums at all, and just adding the drums into it. So I wanted to do Loneliest Girl from Carol and Tuesday. Bad Child, I just really felt like I wanted just more bigger and boomier drums. So I did that. It's kind of interesting because I think when I did it, I was like, I don't really think this is that great. Like, I've done it, but I think, again, I don't know, just sometimes I feel like the audio quality of my songs isn't that great. But maybe if I listen to it again, I think it's fine. So, I mean, very surprising that even some of the earlier stuff are like, I think Bad Moon especially, because that was just like so open and obviously just off of my phone or iPod at the time. Like, it's fine. Like, again, like, I call myself mediocre musician, but again, like, my stuff is still fine. Like, it's not bad. Yeah, it's just there's still better stuff out there. But what I do is fine. Yes, but we will ignore all of these. The next one I want is Carry You, and I believe, yes, so this was my birthday video last year. I wanted to perform this at a steampunk festival. I kind of tried a couple of times to actually ask and be an actual performer and busker there. And wouldn't you know it, fam, I've got a little bit of vocal stage fright. There was something terrifying that has held me back, and then I have had to talk my way through it. I still think myself as a band, so I don't think what I can do just with ukulele and vocals isn't as impressive as what I can obviously do on the screen with time. So I think also just the fear of being out there and performing and not being good. I don't understand my logic. I just cannot do it in front of people, which I think is holding me back a bit. But at the same time, why do I need to? Why can't I just make videos by myself in my room? So if you're going to do music, figure out the way that it works best for you, everyone. And that goes for any other hobby that you have. Do it the way that works for you. And this is another sort of mental health thing. Like, I wrote this to be like, oh, I want to be this type of friend for this person. And then when I started playing it and learning it, I was like, oh, I need someone to be this for me. I was getting very fancy. I'm very happy with the intricacies of the plucking, the strumming, the time changes. I'm very impressed with myself with the way this has come. So I had nothing but the chorus for ages, and it was inspired by Steam Powered Giraffe's Malfunction, like the vibes of that. I wanted to do the video clip at Steampunk Festival, at the Railway Museum, I should say, and because I thought, oh, I'll carry you here, and we're in a carriage, and there was like little train rides, and so I wanted to do something like that.
It's so hard to find a way to ask for help when you're not feeling fine. It's so hard to see your friends.
And yeah, doing vocals and ukulele at the same time. It's a little bit fuzzy, but I could only make it nicer if I did them individually, which there's a full band version. Eventually I will do that, so until then we've got vocals and ukulele together. I can do it better in future, and I will do it for the band version.
You won't be down as long as I am around. I know it gets hard. I know
the chords that I use for this as well, I've discovered I use those chords a lot, so I think that's my vibe. I think it's I think there's a similar chords to Moonshine. Oh, this verse got me.
Don't you understand? You're not a burden, just take my hand.
Practicing in the car, I would get choked up at that bit, because that was when I realized, oh, this is a message I need to tell myself, not just like a friend to help someone else. Yeah. So yeah, I wrote this song to be like, I want to be the friend that helps the other person feel better. I want to be the friend that is like, I got you, fam. Like, okay, I'll tell you if it's too much for me, but it's not, so I'm going to help you out. And then I'm just like, yeah, I need someone to help me. I'm not doing okay.
I'll carry you.
And I think I was very upset around this time as well for whatever reason. And yeah, I was like, I don't care, everything's bad. Like, I've got the piano here. I just had, it's like 4 pages or so, 4 or 5 pages of the music up, because I was like, I just can't remember this song. And I thought, I don't need to play it off the top of my head. I don't need to do it from memory. Like, again, this is how I'm gonna do it. So I'm just sat down, put the sheet music down, and I did the song. And I really try, when I put my teeth in for Saya, I really try and extend the lower lip so that you can see the teeth a little more. I've got bigger teeth from when I originally started, like in Happy. But yeah, I still try to get my lips to go down a little bit more to expose my bottom teeth. So I, yeah, change how I speak when I am Saya to expose the teeth a little more, because then they can stick out a bit more. Because I want it subtle, but I want it noticeable if you really focus on it.
I know you've not gone far, but I'll carry you here, I'll carry you there. I'll carry you.
And I was kind of like, finally, at that point. I think there was like 3 or 4 takes to get that. Yeah, like you could see before I start, like I'm having a bit of a time of it, and then the microphone just kept slipping down.
I'll carry you here, I'll carry you.
Yeah, I was like, keep going, and then I forgot to do another one to say that still thinking about it.
You won't be down as long as I am around. I know it gets hard.
And then once I got to that bit, I was like, no, I'm still thinking about it. I can't get through it. Yeah. So, yes, I do love that song. I am very excited for the full band version of that. I've got basically almost all the instruments. I've got, obviously ukulele vocals. Then we've got drums, bass. Do I have the piano? I don't know. I think I was wondering about if I could put the piano in there. And then on that vacant piece, that instrumental bit of just strumming the chorus a bit, that's a clarinet solo, and then the clarinet joins in for the rest until the end as well. So I like the song. I'm keen to get that done eventually. Yeah, so when I put it up there, I was like, okay, eventually there is going to be a band version, so we're going to put ukulele vocals here. And it was just time that I had put that out. I think I had that done and practiced on and off for a good 2 or 3 years. So I was like, no, I'm getting this done. And I think I was still back and forth getting Make a Tree done as well. And I think Make a Tree is the last one that I had done. And like, I think, what was it? Because yeah, last year, Carry You was the only thing I got done. Carry You was the only song and video I put out. And then this year's reflections and intention videos. And yeah, that was probably my most pessimistic reflections and intentions video, because then I got a message from my mate after, and he's like, so I just watched your video. Do you want to try and get games night up again? Like, let's hang out. So yeah, life is hard. It's hard to find time and passion and enthusiasm for such time consuming and mentally consuming like hobbies, because I can't focus and practice and dedicate the energy that's required to practice an instrument if I'm tired and stressed from work, not making enough money from work. And yeah, but anyway, let's not make it sound as bad as it already is. How has it been another 50 minutes already? God damn. All right, okay. Last song. Okay, look. Obviously, I want it clear that we are not talking about Florence and the Machine in this video, because I'm going to make a whole video about Florence and the Machine, okay? So I'm going to do the exact same thing as what I've just done, but just on the Florence and the Machine medley, okay? But we're going to finish with Make a Tree, and then we're going to be all good, because then that is our 10 songs, okay? And I was absolutely right to make this a two-parter, because I knew I was going to be talking for way too long. All right, but that is fine. That is fine. But yeah, so Make a Tree took me 4 freaking years to get done. And I almost was not going to do put all the behind the scenes videos together because again, I thought, well, no one's going to watch it. No one cares. And then I was listening to it and going through, and then I said, this channel is for me, and this is for me to look back on, and yeah, I'm doing it for myself. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna finish the behind the scenes. So this was my old bedroom. And then Mum was like, okay, this is now the craft room. We can put your stuff in here too. And I'm like, I'm not having my teenage depression on the wall in the background for my sewing videos in future. And I wanted to do a speed draw of the tree for Make a Tree. And I was like, well, I'm covering up these walls. And so I was able to put it on the walls in my old bedroom, which is now the craft room. It's right underneath me. Mia, Todd and I are upstairs in the loft. Yeah, I don't remember what brought this song on. I just wanted something cute. I think I realized that I had a lot of what's the word, like, how to explain it? I had a lot of flat key songs, and I think this isn't a song I wrote to try and do something happy. But yeah, I don't know, I just wanted something cute, and I was just thinking about things that rhymed, and I just thought of like I think I was at work. I was like just thinking about a flea, and I'm like, what rhymes with a flea? A tree, a steampunk tree, and that's where it came. And I just kept adding on and adding on, and then now with the Wagon Ladies, I was like, oh, this is Crazy Lady building this together. So she makes clockwork and mechanical animals and botany and stuff, and I was like, yep. This took me 4 days, absolutely horrible. I was extremely lucky that I had just good timing, that I had extra days available off of work due to upgrades of the shop. And then so I knuckled down and got all of this done in 4 days. Mum helped me do the base coat, and yeah, I did it all by myself. And I would show you how the room looks now, but it's a complete mess, and it's not my mess, so yep. But yeah, that was such a big project, and I also added an extra verse as well, because I added a bass in the song too. You're gonna have to watch the whole thing again, because I've just been talking all over that. Yeah, there's the bit where it goes like that. Was so hard for me to practice, but I did it, and yeah, it happened. Let's have a quick sneak peek of just the piano version. I don't think we'll do this one for very long. And yeah, I just played that straight up. Oh man, look at how little my desk area was back in the day.
Thought the things as precious as a tiny little flea can make up all of the special things surrounding me. And I guess the next test would be to utilize and open up my eyes to see what it would truly mean to make a tree.
I've got no idea how I did this all in one shot. I think I still took a couple of rounds, but man, trying to record just the piano part for the full band version, like I was crying. I could not get it. I just, yeah.
Better yet, I'll give him hands so he can be a music man. Maybe then I'll
Yeah, I wanted a little bit more fun in the vocals.
leaves to please a tree.
So also one last thing as well, my friend showed a friend of his kids this song, and it was kind of cute because he was really confused about how I was on the TV. And then he showed me a video of the kid, and he was like bobbing and swaying to it, and it's like, you know what? I've made it. Like this little kid is bobbing and swaying to my song. Like it's I can't get better. I've won music. I've won. Yeah, when I saw that video of the kid bobbing and swaying to my song, I immediately thought of Gigi the giraffe from Steam Powered Giraffe, of course, because I was at the end of her song. She's like, "That's my song," and I'm like, "Yeah, that's my song." But yeah, what I meant to show you in part 2, so Carry You was inspired by Malfunction and like the vibes of that song. And I think that's why it became more intricate than some of my other songs, because I was not really purposefully, but you know, when I've tried to learn Steam Powered Giraffe songs, they're very interesting and there's a lot of chord changes, and I think a little bit of that knowledge and influence came into Carry You. But there were some lyrics from Malfunction that had always stuck with me and I never really knew what to do with it, and they were the lyrics of "I'm functioning just fine, I'm alive," because that to me, again, with, you know, as I've discussed through this whole thing, I've had quite a bit of a mental health journey, and then those lyrics stuck with me because I thought, well, if I'm alive, then I'm doing all right. So yeah, and again, it's like, you know, someone has it where it's like, look, I'm still alive, I still have a roof over my head, I have a job, I have somewhere to sleep, I'm fine. I'm doing a lot better than I give myself credit for. But yeah, over the years I've gotten into cross stitch and I've done a little bit of calligraphy, and I was able to combine those when my grandma and my auntie found out I was getting into cross stitch. They gave me all of their stuff, so then I got very overwhelmed, and I've had this massive hoop from my grandma. And I had never known what to do with it for the longest time. But what I have done with it is I have started a cross stitch of Steam Powered Giraffe's logo with the lyrics from Malfunction. I started this in February and I just chip away at it when I feel like it. That hoop is 45 centimeters in diameter, so it's a big one. I've got a little bit of a wall section on that side, and that's where it's gonna go when I am all done. But guess what, fam? I think that is it. We got through 10 songs plus a little extra, because of course I wasn't gonna stay within those boundaries. I hope you enjoyed it. If you stuck around for this long, I can talk. I can do a lot of that. I mean, look, in all things considered, like, of 10 years of solo music stuff, there's been multiple times of feeling like, oh, no one's watching the videos, oh, I should quit. Like, going back through quite a lot of stuff and some Sibelius files of songs that I have finished, just haven't done, put together. I'm nowhere near done. The thought of I have to give up music has been recurrent, but at the end of the day, I'm not done. I've got way too much songs and stories to tell. I've got too much to do for myself. I think after doing the Florence and the Machine medley, I think a good chunk of my videos for a while are possibly going to be me drawing stuff, which I think can be fun. I'm just not in an area where I want to set up and video myself right now. But I think if I can do the drawings like I've done for the Florence and the Machine medley, that would be really nice. I think there are some songs that I would like to get the instruments recorded on Sibelius, and I would like to just chuck my vocals on. There are some songs I just want to record from Sibelius, and then there are other songs that I want to put in the effort and get the instruments recorded and done myself. So we've still got the rest of our lives to get it done, or at least do something else with it. So whatever hobby that you have that you think, oh, I've not done it for ages, you still do it. Just if it helps, I started with something saying I'm just going to do this for 15 minutes, for half an hour, and then sometimes I ended up doing longer because then I get in the zone. So be gentle with yourself. If you still think about your hobbies and you keep wishing that you had more time for it, I don't think it's time to give it up. Because if it was time to give it up, you wouldn't be thinking about how much you wish you could still do it. So my music may not be perfect, but if they were, I wouldn't be a mediocre musician. I'll see you in the next one.